Welcome to the Quiznek.com podcast. Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement in North America, was established in 1607. Located in Virginia, Jamestown holds a significant place in early American history, laying the foundation for the United States' future development. Key facts. Founded in 1607 by the Virginia Company of London on Jamestown Island, Virginia. John Smith played a crucial role as a key leader during the early years. The Powhatan Confederacy was the primary indigenous group in the area. The introduction of tobacco cultivation and exportation played a vital role in stabilizing the economy. Jamestown marked the beginning of the enduring English presence in America. Important concepts. Survival and challenges. The early settlers encountered numerous obstacles, including hostile relations with Native Americans, diseases, and harsh winters that threatened their survival. Starvation was a significant issue, leading to the tragic starving time in the winter of 1609 to 1610, resulting in the loss of many lives. Example: tobacco economy. John Rolfe revolutionized the economy by introducing tobacco as a cash crop, which became the backbone of Jamestown and later the Virginia colony. The boom in tobacco farming led to significant economic growth and development in the region. In the early days of colonial America, the plantation systems thrived, leading to a growing demand for labor. This resulted in the arrival of indentured servants and eventually enslaved Africans. One significant milestone in governance was the establishment of the House of Burgesses in Jamestown in 1619, marking the first elected assembly in America. This allowed settlers to actively participate in shaping their governance, setting the stage for representative government in the colonies. The interactions between the Powhatan Confederacy and English settlers showcased the complexities of colonial Native American relations, from initial aid to eventual conflicts. Another pivotal change was the shift from communal food supply to individual land ownership for tobacco cultivation, reshaping the socio-economic structures within the colony. Plymouth Colony, founded in 1620 by the Pilgrims, is a cornerstone of American history, embodying the pursuit of religious freedom, self-governance, and early encounters between European settlers and Native Americans. Its enduring legacy is reflected in contemporary American culture and values. Roanoke Island, exploring the early settlements of colonial America. The lost colony of Roanoke, established in 1587, is renowned for its mysterious disappearance. Situated on Roanoke Island off the coast of North Carolina, this small island holds significant historical importance in early American history, particularly in the context of English colonization attempts in the United States. The first English colony on Roanoke Island was founded in 1585 by Sir Walter Raleigh. Subsequently, the Roanoke colony, also known as the Lost Colony, was established in 1587, only to vanish without a trace by 1590. John White, appointed as the colony's governor, led the 1587 expedition. Upon his return to Roanoke in 1590, after a 3-year absence, he discovered the settlement abandoned, with no clear indication of the colonists' fate. Roanoke Island is often recognized as the site of the initial English colonization endeavor in the New World, underscoring the challenges and uncertainties encountered by early settlers. The interactions between English settlers and Native American tribes, notably the Croatan tribe, are pivotal in comprehending the colony's obstacles and the cultural exchanges that transpired. The fate, economics, and trade in colonial America have been pivotal in shaping the United States' development. The trade systems and economic structures in the colonies have been influenced by both domestic and global factors. Understanding key periods like the colonial period, post-independence, the 19th century, global trade, the Great Depression, post-II, and modern economics is crucial. Concepts such as supply and demand, production efficiency, and economic policies like tariffs and quotas play significant roles in global economies. Moving on to social structure in colonial America, the hierarchy of colonial society has been instrumental in shaping historical contexts. The U.S. social structure is complex, encompassing diverse classes, races, ethnicities, and genders. Historical events like the Industrial Revolution, Civil Rights Movement, and the Internet Age have influenced social dynamics. Concepts like class structure, race dynamics, gender roles, and social mobility are key to understanding societal evolution. Native American relations in colonial America are essential to understanding U.S. history, focusing on interactions between colonists and Native American tribes. Exploring taxation without representation during the American Revolution sheds light on colonial grievances against British policies, leading to practical insights into this transformative period. The Boston Tea Party, a notable protest in 1773, symbolizes resistance against unjust taxation, setting a precedent for civil disobedience. The Sons of Liberty's protest during the Boston Tea Party heightened tensions between the American colonies and Great Britain, ultimately leading to the American Revolutionary War. The act of destroying British tea in Boston Harbor marked a pivotal moment of civil disobedience, inspiring future protests against governmental authority. The enduring legacy of the Boston Tea Party is reflected in modern-day patriotic events, showcasing the spirit of resistance against unjust laws. The Intolerable Acts were a series of punitive measures imposed by the British in response to colonial defiance during the American Revolution. These acts closed the port of Boston, altered the Massachusetts Charter, and allowed royal officials accused of crimes to be tried elsewhere. They were a direct response to events like the Boston Tea Party, where colonists protested against tea taxes by dumping tea into Boston Harbor. The acts also extended Quebec's boundaries and granted religious freedom to Catholics, causing concern among Protestant colonists. In the aftermath of the Boston Tea Party, tensions between Britain and the American colonies escalated, leading to the convening of the First Continental Congress in 1774. This marked a significant turning point, pushing many colonists towards a desire for independence and ultimately contributing to the outbreak of the American Revolution. The Intolerable Acts set the stage for the eventual quest for independence, with the Continental Association coordinating a boycott of British goods in response. The battles of Lexington and Concord in 1775 were pivotal events that ignited the American Revolutionary War. These battles, the first military engagements of the war, took place in Massachusetts and saw colonial forces successfully repel British troops. The Minutemen, known for their swift readiness to fight, played a crucial role in these early skirmishes. The battles marked the beginning of armed resistance and colonial unity against British rule, with Lexington Green becoming synonymous with the shot heard round the world. The British objectives in the battles of Lexington and Concord were to seize colonial weapons and arrest revolutionary leaders, leading to a stand against British oppression and the colony's armed struggle for independence. These events showcased the determination of the colonists to resist British authority, setting the stage for the Revolutionary War. The battles of Saratoga in 1777 were another key turning point, securing French support for the colonists and further shaping the course of the American Revolutionary War. Yorktown, a pivotal battle of the American Revolution, holds a significant place in U.S. history. It was the site of the final major battle of the American Revolutionary War, leading to the British surrender and the independence of the United States. The Siege of Yorktown took place from September 28 to October 19, 1781, in Virginia near the Chesapeake Bay. American and French forces successfully besieged the British troops, emphasizing the importance of international alliances in military success. The combined land and naval forces effectively cut off British supplies and reinforcements, showcasing a strategic military victory that shaped American history. The Civil War was driven by various factors, with slavery being a central issue that divided the northern and southern states. Approximately 12.5 million Africans were forcibly transported to the Americas through the transatlantic slave trade, and by 1860, nearly 4 million people were enslaved in the United States, mainly in the southern states. The abolition movement, led by influential figures like Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman, aimed to end slavery and gained momentum in the early 19th century. States' rights played a crucial role in American history, particularly during the Civil War. The 10th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution addresses the division of authority between states and the federal government. The debate over states' rights focused on powers not granted to the federal government, reserved for the states or the people. Major Supreme Court cases like McCulloch v. Maryland and Gibbons v. Ogden shaped the balance of power between state and federal authorities. Concepts like federalism, nullification, and secession further highlight the ongoing tensions over states' rights in American politics. Gettysburg, a major battle in 1863 in Pennsylvania, was a turning point for Union forces during the Civil War. Understanding the historical significance of battles like Gettysburg and Yorktown is essential to grasp the dynamics of federalism and military strategies in shaping American history. From healthcare to environmental regulations, the debate over states' rights continues to influence American politics, reflecting the enduring impact of historical events on contemporary issues. Welcome to our podcast, exploring pivotal moments in American history. Today, we delve into the Battle of Gettysburg, a turning point that not only shaped military strategies but also influenced the ideological landscape of post-war United States. This historic clash remains a focal point for studying military tactics, civil rights implications, and its enduring impact on American heritage. Moving on to Antietam, the bloodiest single-day battle in American history, fought in 1862. This critical event is a testament to the sacrifices made during the Civil War, offering key insights into the era's major battles. Next, we shift our focus to Vicksburg, a crucial siege that secured Union control over the Mississippi River. This strategic victory played a significant role in shaping the outcome of the Civil War. Transitioning to key figures in the civil rights movement, we highlight Martin Luther King Jr., a leader known for his advocacy of nonviolent resistance. His legacy continues to inspire generations in the ongoing fight for equality. Lastly, we honor Rosa Parks, whose refusal to give up her bus seat sparked the Montgomery bus boycott. Often hailed as the mother of the civil rights movement, Parks' courage symbolizes the unwavering spirit of those who stood up for justice and equality. In the United States, Rosa Louise Macaulay Parks, born on February 4, 1913, in Tuskegee, Alabama, made a significant impact through her act of defiance against racial segregation. Parks' refusal to give up her bus seat symbolized civil disobedience, peacefully challenging unjust laws to spark change. After her arrest, the African American community in Montgomery initiated a bus system boycott, lasting over a year and led by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This movement gained national attention and support for civil rights. Parks' bravery inspired others to stand against racial inequality, contributing to key civil rights legislation like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Rosa Parks' courageous stand remains a pivotal moment in U.S. history, showcasing individual bravery and the impact of collective action against injustice. Her legacy continues to inspire ongoing movements for equality and justice in modern society. Malcolm X was a prominent African-American leader during the civil rights movement of the 1960s. He was known for his advocacy for Black nationalism and his critique of systemic racism in the United States. Malcolm X had a troubled youth, which led to his involvement in crime. He was largely self-educated while in prison, where he began to read extensively and study various subjects, including philosophy, history, and religion. Initially a member of the Nation of Islam, Malcolm later left the organization and embraced Sunni Islam before his assassination. Malcolm X advocated for the economic and cultural independence of African Americans, promoting the idea that Black people should establish their own social structures and institutions. He was a vociferous critic of systemic racism and oppression, arguing that only by facing the reality of America's treatment of Black people could substantive change occur. Malcolm X believed in the unity of African Americans with people of African descent around the world, supporting the idea of solidarity against colonialism and imperialism. Unlike many civil rights leaders who promoted nonviolence, Malcolm X emphasized the need for self-defense and empowerment within the. In the realm of civil rights, the Black community has a rich history of advocating for self-defense against aggression. Malcolm X, a prominent figure, established the Organization of Afro-American Unity, OAAU, in 1964 to address the economic, social, and cultural needs of African Americans. This organization aimed to unite individuals of African descent in the pursuit of equality, with Malcolm X even bringing attention to the challenges faced by African Americans on an international platform by appealing to the United Nations. Moving on to the legal landscape of civil rights, the Brown v. Board of Education case in 1954 was a pivotal moment in history. This Supreme Court decision, led by Chief Justice Earl Warren, declared racial segregation in public schools unconstitutional, effectively dismantling the legal basis for segregation laws in the United States. The case challenged the separate but equal doctrine established by Plessy v. Ferguson in 1896, emphasizing that separate educational facilities are inherently unequal. Central to the Brown v. Board case was the 14th Amendment, adopted in 1868, which guarantees citizenship rights and equal protection under the law to all individuals born or naturalized in the United States. This amendment played a crucial role in arguing against school segregation. The impact of the Brown v. Board ruling extended beyond education, serving as a catalyst for the broader civil rights movement. It inspired activists to advocate for equality in various aspects of society, marking a significant turning point in the fight for civil rights. The decision prompted school districts across the country to begin the process of integrating schools, although the implementation of desegregation varied widely across regions, showcasing the complexities involved. The integration of schools post-Brown v. Board was a crucial step towards achieving equality and breaking down the barriers of segregation. The case set a precedent for future civil rights battles, including those related to housing and employment discrimination, and reshaped the legal landscape regarding education in America. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 stands as a monumental piece of legislation in U.S. history. Signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson on July 2, 1964, this act aimed to end segregation in public places and prohibit employment discrimination based on various factors. The act outlawed discrimination in voting, public accommodations, public facilities, and employment, marking a significant milestone in the fight for civil rights and equal opportunities for all Americans, particularly African Americans who faced systemic racism. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 is a pivotal piece of legislation in American history. It encompasses several key provisions that aim to address discrimination and inequality in various spheres of society. One of the significant aspects of this act is Title IV, which allows the federal government to provide assistance in desegregating public schools. This provision was crucial in dismantling the segregation that existed in educational institutions, paving the way for a more inclusive and equitable system. Another essential component of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is Title VII, which prohibits employment discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. This provision was groundbreaking in ensuring that individuals are judged based on their abilities and qualifications, rather than discriminatory factors. Title VII has played a vital role in promoting diversity and equal opportunities in the workplace, fostering a more inclusive and fair employment environment. Practical examples of the impact of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 can be seen in various contexts. For instance, the desegregation of schools following the implementation of Title IV led to greater educational opportunities for students of all backgrounds. Additionally, Title VII has empowered individuals to challenge discriminatory practices in the workplace and seek justice for unfair treatment. In conclusion, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 stands as a critical landmark in American history, addressing specific injustices and sparking a broader cultural shift towards equality and civil rights for all citizens. By enacting provisions such as Title IV and Title VII, this legislation has laid the foundation for a more inclusive and just society, where individuals are afforded equal rights and opportunities regardless of their background. Thank you for listening to the Quiznet.com podcast.